Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. Last game for the Nets, the loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And they lost it by a single point, just one more possession or one less bad shot away from a different result. Those really sting.
Guys, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, though. If you're going to shoot in the low 30s, you're going to end up losing a lot of games.
They couldn't hit a thing out there. With that awful shooting percentage, you will be lucky to win one game in this league.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, you remember that Anthony Davis had a growth spurt in high school that took him from a 6'2" guard to a 6'10" big man. Now, he remembered telling his mother, I can't fit in my bed, I can't fit in my shoes, I can't fit in these jeans you brought me. And her saying, I just bought those 3 weeks ago. Kevin?
It's all paid off in the long run, though. Thanks, D.A. We have a long season still ahead of us. Smitty, as a veteran, how much did you look to pace yourself as the season was going on, but in particular the early part of the season?
Great question, Kevin. I think you look at it as a veteran, you got to assess the situation. If you got to come out there and I guess push your pace as a veteran because you want a team to get off to a good start, hopefully the younger guys can continue that pace, or you have a team that is going well and they know you need them at the end. It's a tough call for some veterans, and that's why you see the veterans hanging around that can do both.
Let's get a nice clean game, huh?
Tip-off goes to New Orleans. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Russell and Crabbe are in the backcourt together. Allen is out there with Kenneth Faried, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the small forward. And it's Allen with the jam.
Man, he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Now, here is Miller. Left side, Davis. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And here is Crabbe. Screened by Russell. There's the pick. Here's Crabbe. Faried trying to get open. Crabbe, no good. And now running up the court. Miller pushing it up. From deep, Moore. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Moore's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I love how each one plays the game. He was very consistent in college, and he's brought it to the next level.
And now the Pelicans on the break. Randall outside. Miller with a screen on Russell. Holiday with the 3. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Russell. Taken away by Holiday. Miller sets a screen for Holiday. Down low, stolen by Allen. In transition, here come the Nets. There's Hollis Jefferson, and it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. New Orleans gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Randall no good. Now here's Faried. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
And again, New Orleans has no luck. Allen kicks to Crabbe. Outside, Russell. Pass to Faried. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Kenneth Faried, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
free throw good from Fareed. Both free throws good from Fareed.
Overall, a fantastic 2018 campaign for the Pelicans. 48 wins, made it to the conference semifinals as the 6th seed in the West. Not bad.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And Steve, the highlight of last season for the Pelicans, a surprise sweep of the Portland Trail Blazers.
You know, few picked the Pelicans to win that first round matchup, but nobody picked them to sweep. A lot to like and to build off for this team coming off last season.
Now here is Holiday. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers. Allen against Randall. Back to Holiday. Clock at 6. Off the pick. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Brooklyn trailing. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Now Crabbe. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. To the middle. Here's Moore. Plays it up and banks it in. Moore's got 5.
Showing he's not just a perimeter jump shooter. Each one will push for a better shot if he sees an opening.
Grab the pass to Russell. Back to Crabbe. The pass to Russell. Fires the 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
A moment now to see the numbers for Anthony Davis. He's coming off an excellent season. Put up about 28 points a game, 11 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And he knows how to use that big body to control the paint.
He's a bull inside. Let me tell you, when he starts to get that look in his eye, just get out of his way.
Picked by Randall. Pass to Davis. Stolen by Fareed. Russell trying to free himself up. Hollis Jefferson. Good. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. New Orleans moving it around. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard at the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. In third, the Pelicans.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Davis down low. Fareed defending. And that's going to be a travel.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. Last season, he played out-teeth in assists, and he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
And really a good season for him distributing the basketball. Whether it was the drive and dish, pick and roll, fast break, he was money all year long. And it's E'Twaun Moore with the foul. That's his first foul. From the inbound, and Allen with the nice bucket inside. Allen's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
And Moore kicks to Holiday. Davis sets a screen. Randall passes to Holiday. Nice D from Russell. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Fareed. And Miller with the block. And Davis wide open. He shoots. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Davis has got his first 2 points.
Beats you in a number of ways. Davis can shoot it, can drive it, can also pull up with confidence.
Russell with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Russell, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And it's Davis with the jam.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends. Holiday staying very patient, waiting for someone to break free.
Now, here is Russell. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game. Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
And Holiday kicks to Randall. Back to Holiday. Lays it up and banks it in.
And that's called finishing a play. Physical defense. Holiday stays focused, eyes on the rim.
And Alvin Gentry's been coaching in the NBA for almost 3 decades now. Steve, he knows how to get things done.
And a lot of what Gentry does is gives his players freedom. As long as they take care of business, he won't meddle too much. Does a great job of managing personalities and keeping egos in check.
Payton, he's checked in for New Orleans. Tamari Carroll's checked in for Brooklyn. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Alan Crabb. Brooklyn with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Here's Moore. Goes back up. And it's laid in by Payton. Payton's got his first bucket of the night.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Russell dishes to Carroll. Screen by Fareed. There's the screen. Shot clock at 6. And Tamari Carroll, good for 3. Carroll's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Carroll has made big strides in that 3-point shot over the course of his career.
Davis, the pass to Miller. Inside. Moore with the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Russell kicks to Fareed. Down low. Dinwiddie. And he jams it with authority.
God, kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
He is not scared of anybody. He knows he can play amongst the big boys, and he showed it.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Okafor comes in for Julius Randle. And Mirotic subbed in for Ejuan Moore. And then for Brooklyn, Davis comes in for Kenneth Fareed. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Russell. Steve, more and more we hear about players wanting to be traded. The information comes out publicly, whether they leak it or their agent leaks it. Is this a new development, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think because of social media, Kevin, right now, everybody hears a little bit, and even if it's true or not true, it gets spread like wildfire, and it can reach so many different people because of social media quickly, and I think that's the problem we're having right now. It's, you know, social media can be a plus, but it also can be a negative.
That's a good observation. Now here's Payton, hoping to put that miserable performance against the Clippers behind him tonight. New Orleans moving it around and finished off by Davis.
I love AD's ability to track the ball off the miss. He got it and scored.
On the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
To the paint, deflects the pass. One-on-one fast break. Out to Payton. Miller sets a screen for Payton. Here's Okafor. Over Allen. That one a little long. And with Anthony Davis, the stat lines, Greg, he can post on any given night are just absurd.
Really, Davis still strong defensively, but he really impacts every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis is of that mold.
Here's Payton. Carroll with the rebound.
How does he miss that layup? He's too good to be doing that.
Here's Allen. And Okafor with the block. High post, Davis. Davis is there. That one falls. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
Great execution by AD. He understands all eyes are on him. Give it to someone else to make a play.
Now here's Napier. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
Carroll against Mirotic from the arc. Doesn't go that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
Interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
I like it. East versus West. This is a very intriguing matchup.
And it's Okafor missing. Nets trail by 3. And now here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. He kicks it to Napier. Mirotic against Carroll. Shot to end this cold run. A three-pointer is right on target. Carroll's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Nets. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Davis setting the pick for Payton. Outside, Davis. Miller dishes to Mirotic. Miller with a screen on Carroll. Mirotic's shot is off.
And see, he had his momentum going forward, but really didn't need to lean in there. He was wide open.
Davis setting the pick for Carroll. Kicks to Dinwiddie. The tray. That shot off the mark. Good D by Miller. Here's Davis. Sinks the triple. Davis has got 9.
This is the problem with guarding AD. He can shoot, he can drive left, he can drive right. Simple offense, but impossible to defend.
Allen's shot is off. New Orleans leading by 3. Payton up top. Napier covering. Mirotic passes to Davis. Payton. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
Taking 2 shots. Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he makes the first. New Orleans making some changes here. Okafor's checked in for Okafor. Solomon Hill comes in for Mirotic. And it's Holiday in for Darius Miller. He's off on the second. Nets trail by 4. Carroll, no one around him. Sinks the three-pointer. Carroll's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Carroll can stop on a dime and really pull up with his J.
Now here's Payton. Napier covering. Payton kicks to Davis. No good trying to beat the buzzer. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for the New Orleans Pelicans. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. Right back after this break. Coming to the Brooklyn Nets in 2017, Alan Crabb saw the opportunity.
Being a net for me, man, is just great. You know, it's good for my future. It's good for my career. I think they did whatever they had to do in order to get me. So why wouldn't you want to play for an organization like that, man?
Clearly, this team values Crabb and Greg, what he gives them.
And no question, Crabb is a floor spacer who also defends at a high level, a versatile player.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
A fundamental part of basketball, taking advantage of guys who fail to block out.
And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Allen. Damari Carroll is out there with Davis. Then there's Shabazz Napier. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Allen. So we can't get either to fall. And Alfred Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many question whether a trim might be in order. We'll see.
And it's Napier missing. New Orleans in the lead. Passes to Holiday. It's tipped. Here's Dinwiddie. 14 points from him the last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Pass to Dinwiddie. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Davis. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Here's Napier. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. For New Orleans, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. It's stolen by Carroll. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
You know he would like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
Hill kicks to Payton. Fires for 3. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Davis sets a screen. And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Davis with a screen on Davis. There's Hollis Jefferson. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Well, for New Orleans, shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
You have to give credit to the defenses, protecting the rim, closing out hard. This one's been a grind.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Smitty, with all the different arenas you've played in and all the cities you've traveled to as a player, which city do you think, looking back, was the hardest to play in for whatever reason?
This is an easy question. Detroit, Michigan, Kevin, because I was raised there and played college basketball. The ticket request going home was definitely hard.
I bet.
Because now you're starting to ask teammates, you're starting to ask everybody for tickets, and I just never had enough.
And it was expensive to buy tickets.
Yes, indeed.
And everyone wanted one.
Everybody. My first game, Kevin, ever back in Detroit, 300 tickets.
Oh.
Glad I had good teammates, though. They helped me.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. They set the screen. High arcing shot. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Russell.
And floating it in there, the smoothness, something you've got to love about Russell's game.
And Holiday has it in the corner. Payton outside. Clock at 6. Okafor sets the pick for Payton. And the dunk by Payton.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
Now here is Hill. Payton right side. And stolen by Russell. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Knocked away. And the Nets with possession here. Pass to Crabbe. Davis sets a screen. Back to Russell. Fires from deep. Connects from three-point range. Russell's got 7 points in the game.
And smooth release from range. Russell can just do so many things for you.
Pick by Okafor. Hill passes to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Carroll with it. He's got 9. Russell inside, covered by Payton. And it's Russell missing.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Morris checked in for Elfrid Payton. And the Nets also making a change. Fareed's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. To the inside. Off the pick, Holiday shoots. Miss number 6 for him. He's made 2 of his 8 attempts. To the paint. He can't hit that time. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Even if you do come away with the win, you've made it a lot harder than it should have been. But that night, they just couldn't overcome it.
Here's Holiday. Following the basket by Kenneth Faried. And Holiday kicks to Hill. Okafor with the screen on Russell. Randall with the ball. Now guarded by Faried. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
He is really forcing things now. Doesn't have to do it because his teammates are picking up the slack.
Crab from long range. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists in the game. The Pelicans trail. And here's Holiday. Outside Hill. Back to Holiday. Kenneth Faried grabs the board.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Here's Davis. Excellent D there from Okafor.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense.
Randall dishes to Moore. There's a good screen. Okafor inside. Davis is there. And Davis sends it back. Inside, Okafor with the steal. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. The rebound by the Nets. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know, a little off his game this quarter. Still trying to find a rhythm, though.
And just showing great vision there. Russell surveys the floor and whips it to the open man.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And when it comes to big men who can really handle the basketball, there aren't many of them, but there are a few, and they're pretty good at it, the bigs.
You know, I think the best at this, and we don't consider him a big, but he's close to 7 feet, is Kevin Durant.
Right.
Handling the basketball for a big. DeMarcus Cousins is really good. You look at guys like LaMarcus Aldridge, not bad. Blake Griffin, for his size, being able to handle the basketball. We have so many guys that have that skill set, and they're 6'10" and above.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Mirotic is checked in for Okafor, and Miller's subbed in for Hill. Here's Randall, and it's Miller in the corner. Poked loose. 3-on-3. Outside, Russell. Davis up top. 6 on the shot clock. Up again. It's good on the putback. Now it's a 5-point Nets lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Holiday, the pass to Mirotic. Mirotic sets the screen for Holiday. And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That's his first foul. Allen's checked in for Davis. Outside Holiday. Mirotic the screen. Looking to end the run. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And they could have used that trying to cut into this lead. He's been off all night.
And the call will be against Darius Miller. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Russell. The Nets working the ball around now, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Randall. Last year, getting it done. He put in about 16 points a game last year, 8 rebounds and 2 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And Alan Crabb, a strong shooter from outside, but he can still be a bit streaky, Greg, at times.
Yeah, I mean, he'll joke with himself that when he's off, he plays like Allen, but when he's on, he's playing like AC. I mean, he uses that Jekyll and Hyde motivation to make sure he stays aggressive on offense. The team and coaching staff are in on it as well, as they know a hot Crab is a handful to deal with.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
Pelicans trail by 8. Now here's Moore. 11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers.
You know what? I also like how he attacked the glass. Gave a terrific effort in that department.
6 to shoot. Here's the screen. Trying to get back on track. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Tough to cut into a lead when you can't make shots. He's been off all period.
Screen by Fareed. And the call will be against Darius Miller. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that third foul this early.
And the Nets with possession here. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And it's off the drive. No good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
It takes an effort on both ends of the floor, and you have to find the right matchups to exploit.
Now here's Crabb. He has 6. 6 on the shot clock. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Pelicans making a change here. Davis is checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Napier's checked in. Shot from 16. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Napier's got his first 2 points.
And we've seen plenty of those lapses today. I thought eventually they buckle down on D, but they may be just doing just the opposite.
Davis, and Davis throws it down.
The numbers speak loud and clear. 80, not letting up, playing with great pride.
Now here's Crabb, covered by Mirotic. Crabb kicks to Napier. Allen, a screen on Holiday. 5 to shoot. He took good advantage of that screen. Napier's got his second bucket of the night.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Right side Holiday. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
He's just gone stone cold this period, and it's bringing the rest of the team down.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. To the paint. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of basketball.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Fareed dishes to Napier. It's stolen by Davis. Outside Mirotic. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Outside Mirotic. Davis sets a screen. And here's Moore outside. Tries again. Rebounded by Fareed. Fareed's got his 3rd rebound on the night. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. Free throw good from Fareed. Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Damari Carroll's checked in for the Nets. All free throws good from Kenneth Fareed.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Okafor, the pass to Mirotic. Here's Davis. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Napier kicks to Fareed. Now here's Napier, covered by Payton. Here's Dinwiddie, and that misses badly. Air ball.
Tough night for him shooting the basketball, but this team has been resilient. That's why they hold the lead.
Nets leading by 10. And stolen by Mirotic. And it's Okafor off the drive. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Here's Fareed. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. For Brooklyn, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6. And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Nets lead by 11. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So, we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
I have never heard anyone say it starts in warm-ups until now. Thanks, AD. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They're in a terrific position now thanks to their flawless execution in the second quarter. Some excellent work offensively now has them up 11 at the break. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
You know what, Ernie, I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful now.
And Kenny, what'd you see from New Orleans?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back to New Orleans as we take a gentle cruise down the Mississippi River before returning to action. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
He's been one of, if not the hardest worker over the first two quarters. His tenacity has been the difference.
Holiday and Moore, the guards. Davis is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Miller in at the small forward. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half.
And happy to take it up inside. You see Russell under control and in charge.
Miller sets a screen for Holiday. Miller kicks to Davis. Picked by Randle. Outside Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Misses off the right iron.
When you defend a good mid-range shooter, this is how you contest without fouling.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's defended by Randle. Out to Russell. Feeds it to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here is Holiday. Miller dishes to Holiday. Loads it up for Davis and finished off by Davis.
You won't find a much better alley-oop partner. AD flying to the rim.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Here's Russell. Here's Fareed. And Davis sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Crabb kicks to Russell. Hollis Jefferson passes to Allen and stolen by Miller. And here comes Moore leading the fast break.
Etuan Moore gives you the production, but he also gives you the intangibles. He plays like an older brother.
Well, Steve, Etuan Moore, a fantastic sharp-shooting wing for this team.
Yes, Moore hasn't always been a big shooter from deep. That part of his game has grown in the last few seasons. But as he's taken more threes, his overall shooting percentage has risen. That's something you just don't see.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
The first free throw is good. And Etuan Moore has always been a solid shooter in the NBA, Greg, and he's continued to grow in that department.
I mean, just look at the career numbers from deep in terms of efficiency. In the last few years, he started to take on more and more volume in terms of the three-point shot. Hasn't changed his percentages, though, at all. And I would give him the green light as much as he wants from beyond.
Crabb, that's for 2. That's short off the rim. Pelicans trail by 12 to the inside. From 12 feet out. And there's Randle on the assist from Moore. Randle's got 6.
He has a score-first mindset. Etuan plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find an open man.
Now, here is Russell. 9 points in the game so far. Rebounded by Moore. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Goes up at the stripe. And it's Russell missing. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. They get the rebound. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Randall.
I love the effort there. Refuses to give up on that play.
Russell against Holiday. Russell kicks to Fareed. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Crab from long range. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Russell following the basket by Julius Randle. To the middle. Here's Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Pass to Davis. And there's a foul called on Allen Crabbe. That's foul number 2 for him. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Moore. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Davis is checked in for Allen. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Davis with a screen on Russell. Holiday gets the bucket.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, reason why they have found their shooting stroke. Their offense is clicking, and that's rough. He did have 3 in the first half, but hasn't had one since.
Scooped up. Here's Davis, and finally they hit one. Now just a 3-point Nets lead.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Timeout called the Nets.
Last season, Anthony Davis took his defensive game to just another level. He was always a good defender, but he's starting to become dominant. With his quickness and length, he's just a menace on that end.
And here's the shot chart as we see how things are going for Davis.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Now here's Fareed. He's got 7. Davis, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. He kicks to Crabbe. Just 5 on the clock. Hits the 3-point bomb. Crabbe's got 9 points. And for his efforts on defense, Davis was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, Anthony got some votes, and he might get even more this year. The man had a triple-double with blocks last season. He's the kind of player that makes everyone hear footsteps when he's on the floor.
Inside, Hill.
Yeah, getting a little better on defense every day. Russell with the size and length to be more of a factor.
And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 14-5 run. And it's Davis missing. Nets leading by 6. And it's Russell in the corner. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Russell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Davis kicks to Holland. Fareed against Davis. 5 on the clock. And it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
Davis sets a screen. There's the pick. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Kicks it to Crabbe. He feeds it to Fareed. Another shot, and it's good on the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
I'll tell you, there's no quitting him when it comes to the offensive glass.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mindset, and come back out fresh.
New Orleans making some changes here. Mirotic is checked in for Solomon Hill, and it's Peyton in for Miller. Then for the Nets, Damari Carroll comes in for Kenneth Faried, and Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Crabbe. Holiday, the pass to Mirotic. And there's the feed to Davis. And there's the pass to Holiday. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Holiday's got 9 points.
Very composed, under control. Holiday does a good job of converting in traffic.
And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Davis. And it's 13 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
It's deflected. Here's Hollis Jefferson, covered by Mirotic. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Pelicans trail by 8. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Okafor's checked in. Shabazz Napier's checked in for the Nets. Okafor kicks to Holiday. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Mirotic's shot is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
A moment here to see some numbers for Peyton. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 12 points a game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
Free throw drops for Napier. And both free throws good for Napier. Pelicans trail by 10. Pick by Okafor. Peyton kicks to Okafor. Here's Holiday. But they recover it. Pass to Napier. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 3rd assist on the night. New Orleans gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Peyton outside, passes it to Davis. And the shot is good. Davis has got 23.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
Dinwiddie passes to Carroll. There's the pick. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Pass to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Guys, there's still time for them to make a run.
Can't have any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Davis dishes to Holiday. It's deflected. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Davis from deep. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Davis, the pass to Napier. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Yes, indeed. The D thought they had him, but he still found a way to get it done.
Now, here's Napier. Jahlil Okafor unable to get his last shot to go.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
It's led to a big lead. Credit the leadership on this team. They've kept everyone focused on what matters.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Napier kicks to Carroll. It's Hollis Jefferson, top of the key. Now the pass to Napier. They set the pick off the screen. Good D by Peyton. Pelicans trail by 14. Outside Mirotic. Okafor sets the pick for Mirotic. Pass to Peyton. Floats it up for Davis. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Carroll. Sweet little floater. Carroll's got 11.
Carroll can be so patient inside. Great timing on that play.
Peyton kicks to Davis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. They get a hand on it. Now Napier. Pass to Carroll. Davis sets a screen. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Fifth on the list, Anthony Davis.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Peyton outside to the inside. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Davis.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will, yet they still find themselves behind.
Davis sets a screen. They set the pick. Down low, Hollis Jefferson. Second shot opportunity. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one is on Holiday.
Yeah, the defender all over him. And you have to love the way Hollis Jefferson plays on the defensive end. So active with his length and can disrupt an offense single-handedly. The team is visibly better on defense with Hollis Jefferson on the floor.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So for the Pelicans, Okafor comes in for Okafor. And Moore subbed in for Drew Holiday. And the Nets making a change here as well. Allen's checked in. So he gets them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Pelicans trail by 14. Outside Mirotic. High post, Davis. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Dinwiddie. There's a screen. Carroll against Mirotic, and Carroll gets it to go. Carroll's got 4 this quarter.
When Carroll gets into a rhythm like that, he is as good as anyone else on the floor.
Peyton kicks to Davis. With 1 on the clock, and some nice defense there to end the quarter. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Nets leading by 14. From New Orleans, back in a moment. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Pelicans trail by 14. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Damari Carroll out there. Allen is out there with Kenneth Faried. Then there's Shabazz Napier. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. A three-pointer is right on target.
And especially for a big man, the spot-up attempt is much easier. Mirotic with plenty of time to set his feet and knock it down.
Now here's Napier. He kicks to Carroll. Shot clock at 6. There's the pass to Dinwiddie. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And Davis throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Dinwiddie. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Mirotic. Fires it up. And it's Davis missing.
Not sure of the thought process. That one, really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Here's Dinwiddie. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pelicans trail by 9. Here's Payton. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists in the game. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Carroll against Mirotic. They set the screen. And Damari Carroll, good for 3.
And until someone stops him, he's just going to continue to keep firing from distance.
He does a great job, in my opinion, of finding space along the perimeter and has the touch to knock these down.
Now here's Payton. He used that pick to get in close.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now here's Napier, guarded closer. And stolen by Mirotic. Okafor kicks to Payton. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Carroll. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And there's the foul. Will go on Shabazz Napier. That's his first foul. Darius Miller, he's checked in for New Orleans. Crabs checked in for Brooklyn. Pelicans trail by 7. Mirotic the screen. Payton outside. Off the screen. And here's Moore outside. Hits the three-point bomb.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed the gap.
Nets leading by 4. Here's Dinwiddie. Screen by Fareed. Carroll up top, covered by Payton. 4 on the shot clock. Carroll kicks to Dinwiddie. From deep. He doesn't hit that one. And New Orleans will come the other way. To the middle. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Kenneth Fareed.
Mirotic, a big man with range for days. His skill set fits in well with this team.
Well, you see Mirotic, and at times, Steve, he seems unstoppable, and at other times, he just can't seem to get anything going.
You know, he's one of the streakier players in the entire league. At this point, it's just who he is as a player. Hopefully, that can change.
And that one falls for Mirotic.
And last season, a bit of a breakout one for Mirotic. Saw a huge jump in his production and shot a career best from the floor. Across the board, he was a completely changed player despite what was a turbulent season.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Randall's checked in. And so Mirotic nails both of them. And with Mirotic, Greg, as you alluded, his year last year had a lot of ups and downs.
You know, he missed a good stretch of the season with that broken jaw from the fight he had with a teammate, and then the trade demands to get out of Chicago shortly after coming back. And despite all this, his defense and rebounding were dramatically improved and really a key contributor on offense.
And it's blocked by Mirotic. The shot's good from Fareed. And the Pelicans with the possession. They're on a 15-5 run here. Payton kicks to Randall. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
At the line for your Pelicans, Julius Randle, taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Randall. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Nets. Both free throws good from Randall. The Nets with the lead. Russell kicks to Fareed. Back to Russell. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Payton passes to Randall. He dishes it to Mirotic. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Sunday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Monday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks.
And for that matchup against the Rockets, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
First one falls for Drew Holiday. He's checked in for Payton. And so he makes both from the line.
That's a huge advantage, having a big guy who can shoot free throws like this.
Outside, Russell. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson. Pelicans trail by 5. And Holiday kicks to Randall. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Shooting for New Orleans, Julius Randle. At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a 1-possession game.
All about converting your opportunities. He just hit his second 3 of this half, 3rd of the night.
Now here is Holiday. Miller kicks to Randall. Pass to Holiday. Launches a three. Bangs home the trifecta.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Screen by Fareed. Passes to Crab. Over Moore. Off the left rim and out. Pelicans trail by 4. Picked by Randall. Pass to Miller. Randall a screen on Allen. Miller the pass to Mirotic. Clock at 6. And Fareed sends it back. Crab, that's for 2. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Mirotic. To the paint. And Allen with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Randall against Allen. Miller outside. Crab pulls it in. Nets leading by 4. Here's Hollis Jefferson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
And he's good on the second.
Great job there to make this a 2-possession game.
Pelicans trail by 5. And Holiday kicks to Randall. The pass to Miller. Hits the three-point bomb.
If the defense is going to keep giving him those shots, you know he has the confidence to knock them down.
Russell passes to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Russell. Pass to Crab. 6 to shoot. Fareed a screen on Holiday. He was all alone on that one. And that's now 18 points for D'Angelo Russell.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Here's Randall. The putback. Randall on the follow.
He's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Brooklyn leading by 3. Now Crab. It's Russell with the drive. The tricky little pass fake there, working well. Russell's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Holiday against Russell. Now here is Holiday. Defense right on him. Nice D from Russell. Brooklyn's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. It's stolen by Randall. Holiday against Russell. And Holiday kicks to Randall. Feeds to Mirotic. And Mirotic throws it down.
Mirotic is looking to throw it down when he's near the rim. He can get up quickly.
Passes to Fareed. Russell sets a screen for Fareed. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Russell. Again, the Nets for 2.
And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
Pelicans trail by 5. Holiday, the pass to Miller. Takes the 13-footer. Got a piece of it. Now here's Crab. He's guarded closely. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal.
Here's Hollis Jefferson, covered by Miller. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Screen by Fareed. Crab kicks to Russell. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Pelicans trail to the inside. Here's Mirotic, rebounded by the Nets. Hollis Jefferson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Russell with a wide open look. Drains the three-pointer. Russell's got 25 points.
And great play call. You're so often an initiator. Russell can also catch and fire.
And there's Randall on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game. Nets leading by 4. There's the pass to Crab. Screened by Russell. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Randall's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. He feeds it to Miller. Lays it up off the glass. And now just a 2-point Nets lead.
Assertive in the painted area. This is what every coach preaches.
Holiday against Russell. Crab in the corner. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And he gets it to go. 19 points for Julius Randle.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Yeah, and the rim protection, not there. You expect someone to at least come over and contest.
Here's Mirotic. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
Russell passes to Allen. 43 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Some nice passing here by New Orleans.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 1. 36 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Guys, what do you think?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. If this game's still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. Let's see how it plays out, Kevin.
Incredible effort. You can't measure heart. You do you, Ejuan Moore.
New Orleans making a switch here. Davis is checked in. The free throw off from Moore.
It looks like he was a little tight on the line that time. Could have and should have closed it out.
Timeout called the Nets. They're down by 3. 23 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What do you think, guys?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul or go for the home run.
Let me tell you my vote. Whatever's the best look and takes the least amount of time.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Every day, Holiday can be relied upon to bring focus, energy, toughness, and he's a terrific competitor.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Tremendous showing of confidence by getting those two to fall.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Russell. Offensive rebound. Allen passes to Russell. There's Crabb with the three. Pelicans pull it in. And they go to the intentional foul.
Shooting for New Orleans. Each one more. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it mattered most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Elfrid Payton, and the jumper was falling tonight. I know that's something you've worked on a lot over the last couple of years, so when it finally starts to flow and fall, how does that feel?
It feels good. The hard work paying off, but, I still got a lot of work to do. You got to keep working at it.
Well, it looks like things are finally starting to slow down for you, Elfrid. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.